Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another travel art vlog, this time to Dublin, Ireland. I just went for a quick couple of days to visit my friend who's also studying abroad. She was kind enough to invite me to stay over at her place, and it was such a fun and amazing weekend. I feel so grateful to have been able to spend time with her and explore the city together. Today's video is a bit of a longer one, and I'm really excited for it. I'll be starting off by showing my trip to Dublin, including art supply shopping, exploring the city, and going to the seaside. Then I'll be showing you guys how I recreated an oil pastel Irish seascape with the help of a website called Artist Assist app. They were kind enough to sponsor this video and give me some promo codes and gift codes to give away to you guys. I'll explain it more later in the video. Anyways, let's get right into it. Grab a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I took an evening flight and it was such a pretty view. On both ways, going out of Glasgow and going into Dublin, we flew right over the city with all the buildings lit up. It was so cool to be above the whole city and look down at everything and imagine everyone having a nice relaxing night. I feel very blessed that I'm able to travel and see more of God's amazing earth. And it's so amazing how quick I was able to get to Ireland. It only took like 45 minutes. Once I landed, I got a coach bus and then a city bus and made my way to my friend's place for the night. The next morning, my friend had a shift, so I thought it would be the perfect time to go and explore an art shop. It was such a beautiful morning with the sun shining bright. I had some breakfast and then got ready for the day and went out to the city. There's a few art shops here in Dublin, but because I didn't have tons of time, I had to narrow it down to one. If you guys have seen my other art supply vlogs, you'll know that I just love small little independent art supply shops. They hold so much charm and character, and exploring them is always like looking through a little treasure box. Every one is just decorated and organized so uniquely. And so, I decided to head to the art store called Universal Art Supplies. This is Dublin's oldest art supply shop, run by a family currently on its 6th generation. They're Ireland's leading art shop, stocking brands that are perfect for beginner artists all the way up to professionals. And they have a really good variety of all different mediums and equipment. All the staff were really friendly and helpful, and they're all very knowledgeable in each art material and wanting to help you to find the perfect one. I had the pleasure of talking to the woman who was working there. She was so nice, and I noticed the whole time I was in there, she helped every customer who came in, providing really good information and advice, guiding them towards the perfect material for them. I found a couple of things really unique about this art store. First of all, they had a huge range of easels with selection that I've never seen in any other art store before. They also had so many unique and luxurious art sets on display. They were so fun to look at and admire. Anyways, I'll let you guys relax and enjoy exploring this wonderful art shop. I filmed as much as I could for you guys, but looking back at the footage, I realized I completely missed a whole wall of paints, so I'm sorry about that. But nonetheless, I think you guys still get to see the amazing range of supplies they have. It was such a joy to look through and browse them all. After leaving the art store, I still had a bit of time until my friend arrived, so I wandered the streets and made my way to the Ivy Gardens. This is a public park in central Dublin. It's known as the city's hidden gem, Secret Garden, as it's tucked away behind the National Concert Hall. This offers itself as an area of tranquility in a bustling city. The gardens were designed in 1865 by Ninian Niven, blending French formal and English landscape styles. It features rustic grottos, a yew maze, a rosarium, and woodlands. It also has many water features, including a collection of elegant water fountains and a stunning waterfall. While I was there, I saw so many different types of birds, and they were so cool to look at. I really loved the waterfall. This was really magnificent to see. The sound of it was super calming, and the rock structure was stunning. After that, I went and got some food. I went to a little place called Zakura. I went to their location on Wexford Street, and it was so cute inside with a nice and calm atmosphere. I got a miso soup, a salmon and avocado roll, and some pork dumplings. It was really yummy, and the soup and dumplings were nice and hot to help warm me up. Afterwards, I checked out the place right beside the restaurant called Treasure Traders. This is a shop full of curated pieces of antiques, fine art, furniture, and other knickknacks from all over the world. Their pieces are carefully selected and collected from all over Europe and Asia and shipped back to Ireland. It was really fun to look through this shop. I then made my way over to St. Stephen's Green to meet up with my friend. I didn't explore too much of it, but this park is a beautiful historic Victorian design. It offers a peaceful atmosphere with lakes, sculptures, gardens, and a playground, and it's popular for tourists and locals for both strolling and relaxing. It's located right next to Grafton Street, which is where me and my friend went once we met up. This is Dublin's premier pedestrianised shopping street, famous for high-end stores, boutiques, buildings, street performers, and other iconic spots. It's a bustling hub for shopping, dining, and people watching as it blends international brands with Irish charm. It offers a vibrant atmosphere, and me and my friend had a really fun time exploring the shops along this street. We then went into George's Street Arcade, which is Dublin's iconic Victorian Gothic shopping arcade. It opened in 1881 as Ireland's first shopping centre and houses eclectic independent shops, stalls, and eateries. They have everything from vintage clothes to jewellery, books, music, and gifts. Me and my friend stopped here for some food, which was delicious. We then made our way down the Temple Bar area. This is located in central Dublin and is a famous cultural quarter known for its vibrant nightlife, traditional pubs, cobbled streets, performers, galleries, and markets. I absolutely loved this area. The temple bar was decorated so gorgeous and festive, and the red was just stunning. I love how it was decorated with all of the lights. We went inside, and it was so lively and had some amazing musicians. The bar is known to be pretty expensive for drinks, so me and my friend just checked out the atmosphere and then continued on our way. We came across this cute little market with stalls selling a bunch of jewelry and accessories. Then we went to Halfpenny Bridge. This is a famous cast iron pedestrian bridge that spans the River Liffey. It's Dublin's first footbridge over the river and is a significant symbol of Dublin's heritage. It has an elegant design, and the views from it was really beautiful. Right on the opposite end, we found this cute little bookshop called The Winding Stair. It was very charming inside and had a nice vintage feel to it. They had such pretty notebooks with their storefront embossed onto the cover, which I absolutely loved. It's a beautiful independent bookshop and actually has a restaurant upstairs which overlooks the river. We then wandered and explored around the north side. The architectures of the buildings were so gorgeous. I loved all the details they held. We then found the Dublin Portal. This is a large circular public art installation which offers a real-time live stream of different countries around the world. It helps invite and promote the unity of different cultures to meet despite our borders and differences. We went back over to the Temple Bar area and into the Nine Crows vintage shop. I had seen on TikTok that it was a location for a photo booth, so me and my friend went to it to take some photos as mementos. The shop itself was also really cute. They had lots of cool pieces at really good prices. We then went over to Trinity College Dublin. This is Ireland's oldest and most prestigious university. It was founded all the way back in 1592 and established by Queen Elizabeth I. In the heart of Dublin, this university offers over 400 courses which make up its rich academic profile. Its campus is vibrant with over 22,000 students from countries all over the world. It was really pretty to go at night and see it all lit up. It looked very magical. It was really nice to have the day and the evening to hang out together and catch up after a while of not seeing each other. I feel so grateful that she's also studying abroad and that I was able to see her and spend time with a familiar face. After that, we made our way back for some dinner. We both got a goat cheese salad with chicken, and it was amazing. The goat cheese was in like a fried ball, and the dressing was super yummy. We then went back to her place and got ready to meet up with some of her friends and go out to the pub. The next morning, we got up and ready and headed out to the coastline. I had suggested to my friend that I had seen the Great South Wall on Google, which looked really pretty. She hadn't been there yet, so we thought it would be a fun adventure to do together.
You don't have to have a reason.
We took the bus down over to the Sandymount area. This is a seaside residential suburb in Dublin known for its long beach. It's a popular spot for fishing, kayaking, and walks with views along Dublin Bay. We first stopped at a little cafe called Brown's for a coffee and sweet treat. I got a matcha latte, and we split a Kinder cookie and an apple Danish, and it was delicious. It was the perfect little pick-me-up to get us energized for a walk. We then made our way over to the beginning of the walk, starting at Sandy Mount Beach. This is a popular, large sandy beach in Dublin with amazing views of the Poolbeg chimneys and Dublin Bay. I love the view so much, and I'll be recreating the seascape with oil pastels later in this video.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love the beach.
The views were so pretty, and the tide was so far out, you could see all the ripples in the sand from the water.
I think it's on the...
It's always so nice being outside and exploring nature and new places around the world. It's really amazing to see everything that God has created. And it was even more special to be able to do it with my friend. We then started our walk towards the Great South Wall.
I know.
The views of Dublin Bay were so pretty, and apparently you can sometimes see seals and dolphins in the water. We didn't see any that day, but we were hopeful. Dublin Bay is a distinctive C-shaped inlet on Ireland's east coast. It cradles the city of Dublin and serves as a vital economic, recreational, and ecological area. It was famously designated as a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve for its rich biodiversity.
That's not that far.
It's an internationally important site for birds and features salt marshes, sand dunes, and seagrass beds. Another cool thing we saw along the walk were the Poolbeg chimneys. These are the two iconic, tall, red and white striped smokestacks. They stand at over 207 meters, making them some of Ireland's tallest structures. They were built for the Poolbeg generating station, but have been inactive since 2010. They represent a significant phase in Dublin's industrial and energy history, bridging from coal to oil power. Although they were decommissioned, they became a cherished symbol after the public wanted to save them from demolition. However, there's been some controversy. While some see them as a defining, beloved feature of the Dublin skyline, others consider them as outdated structures that require costly keep-up to maintain them past their lifespan. Nonetheless, I still thought they were really cool to see, and I enjoyed looking at them. Then, we finally made it to the Great South Wall. This is a historic, nearly 5-kilometer long seawall that extends into Dublin Bay from the Poolbeg Peninsula. It was built in the 18th century and was once the world's longest seawall. It was originally built to deepen the shipping channel and combat the buildup of silt at the mouth of River Liffey. It offers expansive views of the city, bay, and mountains, and serves as a key landmark. It's also a popular recreational spot for walking, photography, and fishing. At the end sits a distinctive Poolbeg lighthouse, which acts as a major navigational aid. The weather cleared up perfectly for us to see all the amazing views, and I loved looking at the water, the birds, and the waves crashing.
The bottom of my jeans are gonna be... Oh my god. I don't know.
We then made our way back into the city.
Okay. No, Matt.
Our first stop was another little cafe right in the heart of Dublin called Keogh's Cafe. It had such a cozy atmosphere and had so many good-looking treats. We were a bit cold and tired from our day of walking, and this was the perfect place to sit down. We got some hot chocolates, some spinach and feta pastries, and split a red velvet cake. It was all so delicious. Then we did a little more exploring. First, we found Love Lane. This is in Crampton Court, and it's a vibrant, art-filled laneway in the Temple Bar area. It's known for its colorful murals, heart motifs, and tiles with cute quotes, poems, and hearts. The Love Lane project was part of a Dublin City Council effort to brighten alleyways with art. It's a cute little hidden gem created by and for the people of Dublin, celebrating community spirit. I thought it was such a unique way to allow people to leave their mark of love. The next place we visited was Dublin Castle. The site was originally a Viking settlement, but then was turned into a Norman fortress as ordered by King John. Later, it became the headquarters for English and British rule until its handover to the government in 1922. It's now a government complex, tourist attraction, and venue for state functions. It also houses the Dublin Gardens. This is a serene and symbolic space behind the castle, which was originally where Vikings moored ships and established a trading base with the original black pool from which Dublin gets its name. It features Celtic knot designs in the lawn, as well as several memorials. This is a really peaceful area to walk around, and it was really nice to see it in the nighttime with it lit up. And lastly, we went to St. Patrick's Cathedral. This is the national cathedral of the Church of Ireland and is the largest church in the country. It was built in the 13th century in a Gothic style and is one of the only few surviving medieval buildings in the city. It features a 43-meter pointed cone top and is known for its beautiful stained glass. We then went to dinner at a restaurant called Yamamori. This is an authentic Japanese restaurant which offers sushi and other Japanese specialties. The inside had such a nice ambiance and I loved all the decorations. All the staff were so nice and the food was absolutely delicious. And finally, after a long but amazing day, we made our way back home and relaxed and watched a movie with our friends. I got up the next day and traveled back home to Scotland. I had such an amazing trip and a great time with my friend. It was so fun to explore a new part of the world and see some more beautiful views. I especially loved the view of Dublin Bay with the pool-bagged chimneys in the background, so I wanted to recreate it as an oil pastel drawing to keep as a memento of the trip. And this brings me into the sponsor of today's video, which is Artist Assist app. This is a free app with a ton of great features to help you in recreating artwork from reference photos, and I'm going to be showing you guys a bunch of them. So here's the art piece I made of the pool-bagged chimneys, and I'm going to show you how I used the Artist Assist app to help me recreate the scene from the photo. Artist Assist app is a painting and drawing assistant app designed to help artists enhance their creative process by assisting them in a variety of skills. It runs on any web browser and on any device you might want to use. Or if you want, there's also an app you can install for offline use. What's so great about this app is that it's free to use, giving you access to the basic color brands and image processing models. If you want to get unlimited access to all the colors, brands, and image processing, you can buy it for just $5 a month through their Patreon. Now, Eugene, who's the creator of this app, was kind enough to provide me with multiple gift codes to give away, which will give you a free 1-month membership. I'll have the details of the giveaway at the end of this video. He's also given me a 20% off promo code, which is valid for 1 month after this video is posted. The website has tons of different tutorials and information about how to get the most out of each feature. And what I think is the coolest part about this app is that it doesn't use AI, but rather relies on good old math. I studied math in my undergraduate degree, so I just really love how it's built the foundation of this program. I've also had a chance to design and code a few websites myself, and it's a very intensive feat. So I commend Eugene for the work he put into the program and giving it such a nice interface and creating all the equations to make such an advanced program run so smoothly. So I've just opened the app here in my browser, and you can see all the different features are in the tabs along the top. First, I'll show you the color set feature. This is where you can select your art medium. You get the choice of a wide variety of mediums, and in my case, I chose oil pastel. You can then choose a color set you've made or create a new one. Then, you can pick all the different brands you have or are planning on using. The oil pastels I use are the brands of Moongyo Gallery Artist Soft Oil Pastels, the Hua Wan Pastels, as well as some Van Gogh pastels. I was really impressed by the range of brands that the website had to choose from. You then specify the exact colors you have. For the Moongyo set, what I ended up doing was choosing the 120 set and then deleting the colors I didn't have. Then, as for the other two brands, I just inputted them manually. But it was actually quite easy, because if you just start typing in the name, it searches for the color you're looking for. And they had every single one of my colors. Although this takes a couple minutes to do initially, you only have to do it once because it will save as a color set for any future uses. You can then click Save and Proceed, and now we can move to the Photo tab to upload a reference photo, or you can test out the features with one of theirs. I uploaded the photo I took of the pool bag chimneys. And now we'll get into one of their neatest features, the color picker. Here, your mouse essentially acts as a color picker, and you can select anywhere on the photo you want, and the app will tell you the exact colors to mix in a specific ratio, or in my case, tell me which colors I have that match the closest to the color in the picture. You can also adjust the diameter of the area of the photo you want to choose, making it as large or small as you like. I preferred to keep it at 1 because then I knew the color app would suggest the color corresponding precisely to the location on the photo I chose. The colors get listed in the order of highest similarity to lowest. You can then add these colors to your palette to save them for later as a reference for color mixing and picking. So I clicked around on all the areas of my photo that varied in color and saved all the different colors it suggested to my palette. I then used this as a guideline of the colors I would be creating the art piece with. I found this experience really interesting. Because I've been doing art for a long time, my color mixing and picking has become quite intuitive. And since I've become familiar with all of my oil pastel colors, it was really cool to see which ones were the exact match to the photo and compare it to what color I might have chosen without the assistance of this app. I love creating art based off reference photos and realistic subjects, and my work is often based off of reference photos I take myself or find on Pinterest. I love creating art based on realism, so this app is really helpful in achieving those perfect color matches. So here in the Palette tab, you'll be able to see all the colors or color mixes you've saved. You can also select the Show on Photo button if you've forgotten where in the photo the color matches to. And if you want, you can even name the specific color mixture. So here, I'm picking out all of my oil pastels that the Art Assist app matched from the photo to create my color palette. Having all of these colors beside me really helped me during the process to save time from deciding which color I would choose. This way, you're not adding any new colors to the art piece and keeping the whole palette harmonious. Now, oil pastels are a bit unique in the fact that you don't do as much color mixing as other mediums. So I'm going to show you what the Art Assist app does for mediums like paint, where you really have to mix the colors. So I put in my favorite watercolor set of the 12 St. Petersburg White Nights paints. And you can see now that when we go into the color picker, it shows you an exact mixture and ratios of paint to mix to achieve the desired color. It gives you multiple options to mix based on similarity. It also gives you an alternative option to mix a specific color to layer over the one you've already put down to achieve the desired color match. I think this feature is so cool and absolutely incredible. I know color theory and color matching can be a really hard thing to master, so I think this app will be a great help to a lot of artists out there. The next tool I'll show you is the outline tool. This creates a sketch of your reference photo. There's two options, quick and quality. I actually liked the quick option because it resembled more of what one of my initial sketches might look like. But it really depends on your photo, and in most cases, the quality mode gives better results. You can add a grid on top as well if you prefer to transfer your image through that method. There's also an option to print if you would rather trace it. Then there's the grid tool, which places a grid of your choice on top of the colored photo. Next is the tonal value tool, which I found super cool as well. This splits your photos into the light, mid, and shadow tones. I have a hard time recognizing the different tones, especially when looking at a colored reference photo. So this tool really helps you locate where you should be placing your shadows and highlights. Specifically, I think for watercolor, the light tone helps you distinguish exactly where you should leave the white of the paper. Then there's the simplified tool, which I really took advantage of. I love creating art based on realism, but with an impressionistic style to it. This means not dwelling on all the little things. Sometimes it's hard not to get caught up in the tiny details, and this tool really helps blur the photo instead of that trick of squinting your eyes. This allows you to recognize the general shapes and colors a lot easier. You can blur up to 3 different levels depending on your preference. I kept the small blur on my laptop to use as a reference while I was working. Now I'll show you some of the really unique tools that this app has. The limited palette tool allows you to choose a certain amount of colors and then shows you the painting you'll be able to create using only those colors. And then there's the Inspire tool, which produces a version of your reference photo inspired by some famous styles and paintings. This can really help you with how you might interpret a style of your favorite artist into your own piece. There's a few more really cool tools on this app, including adjusting the perspective of your photo, removing the background, and more. But I'll let you guys check out those for yourselves, and I'll leave a link to the app in the description box. The tools of the app really helped me to cut down the amount of time it took me to recreate it, because it helped me with the transfer sketch, choosing my color palette, and blurring the photo for me. Thank you so much to Eugene for reaching out and sponsoring this video. I think the app is a really amazing resource for any artist out there of any level, so I'll leave a link to it in the description box. As for the gift codes, I have 5 to give away. These gift codes give you a free 1-month membership to all of the Artist Assist app features. You can enter by commenting on this video your favorite art medium with the little painting emoji. I'll reach out to the winners to let them know they've won and provide the gift code. As for the promo code, you can use the code on the screen anytime during the first month after this video is released to get 20% off your first month of the all-inclusive version of the Artist Assist app. Now, I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the clips of my oil pastel drawing. So that's my oil pastel recreation of the pool bag chimneys I created using the help of Artist Assist app's tools. And that brings us to the end of the video. I know it was a long one, but I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you to both my friend and Dublin for having me. I had the most amazing time and made some great memories. And also, a big thank you to Eugene again for sponsoring today's video. I'm so happy I got to introduce you guys to Artist Assist app, and I really hope it will help you guys in creating. Subscribe for more art content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, happy creating.